Adult women with average/less than average amount of money who start from zero in a different country. Like they don't know anybody there. Even if I never do that myself, I would love to have that emotional strength. Hey, I've done that twice. It's very scary, lonely and sometimes dangerous, but in my case, worth it. Taught me a lot about myself and my strengths. True crime. No wish to become a detective, cop, or more unfortunately involved. I play murder mystery games, where I solve crimes as a detective myself. I think that's enough for me, since in real life I'm very squeamish about blood. Exploring the ocean. I find it fascinating, but I'm absolutely terrified of the ocean. I wouldn't even go to the beach. Lol, this was my first thought too. Sometimes we just need to leave things alone. Let the deepest parts of the ocean live their creepy little lives down there. We don't need to be a part of that. Pregnancy. I'm currently pregnant, and it's a wild bit of body horror worthy of a Lynch movie. I mean, can you even imagine trying to explain the concept of a whole human being separated from the rest of the world by just a thin layer of skin and sinew inside you? WTF, if it wasn't a normalized part of their human existence? Come to that, sex is bloody strange too. Hallucinogenic drugs and uncommon sexual kinks. Both are definitely not my cup of tea, but the human mind itself is just fascinating. Yes, I find the psychology of kinks and fetishes so fascinating. For some people, their fetishes arise after an event in their childhood. But for others, they've just been into it their entire lives and can't find a cause. I'm very vanilla, but I love learning about sex and kink. Paragliding, bungee jumping, parasailing, but I would never muster the courage to actually go and do it. I am hell afraid of heights, so I quench my thirst via videos. I was terrified of heights till I got talked into doing a zipline. The rush of pushing through my fear was amazing. Cults. Snap. Same, I'm fascinated. Space. Space is a perfect answer to this question for me. I'd love to learn about it academically, but no interest in going. DMT. I love hearing other people's experiences, but am too cautious to try it myself. I've tried it and it's crazy. I got really scared. I thought I died. It was weird, and not for me. Motherhood. Same. I find stories of motherhood and mother-daughter relationships really compelling and interesting, but I don't want to be a mother myself. Sex work. I find the documentaries about it incredibly interesting, but no desire to go into the industry myself. I've been a sex worker. If you have any questions you can ask. Tulpas and shrooms. Also a gangbang. Interesting collection there. Months-long backpacking like Appalachian Trail or Pacific Crest. I love all the gear tips and packing tips and restock videos. It looks beautiful. I know I'd quit before a week was over. I've been backpacking once for 2 nights and that was more than enough. My partner wants to do it, and I'm like, have fun, I'll send you some great care packages. The Amish. Same. I wish my life was a lot simpler, but I don't want to be without internet, electricity, running water, a car, washing machines. Black holes. They are terrifying and fascinating, but I have no desire to fall into one. BDSM, haha, like I'm not interested, but I'm interested in why other people are. Do you actually like the pain? Why? Would I like it? What's going on? Personally, I like the pain, and I find it baffling/amusing when friends tell me they like doing BDSM with their partners occasionally, but stop when it hurts. I've had someone attempt to choke me by gingerly pressing down on my collarbone, or pinning my chin upwards at an awkward angle and altogether avoiding the windpipe. There's nothing appealing about that for me. Truck stop culture. Having run truck stops for a national company, it can be an eye-opening experience. I learned more about trucking and the life on the road to deglamorized any thoughts of living a simple life traveling place to place for work. I worked in over 17 different truck stops over 4.5 years, either managing or resetting the stores. Stars and constellations. I just think they are neat. I agree. Functional polyamory. Mormons. My BFF is XMO and WOWZA. Currently watching the new FLDS Netflix doco series and it's so addictive. Cave exploration. Caves are fascinating structures, but the idea of getting lost or navigating through endless tunnels with near zero natural lighting is pretty terrifying. Parasocial relationships. I'm morbidly fascinated by the fans who think things like Armie Hammer and Timothy Chalamet are a secret couple or that Benedict Cumberbatch's children are fake / actually Harvey Weinsteins. The rabbit hole is fascinating, but I can't spend too much time in it because, well, many of these people are not alright in many ways and the experience of consuming their content is exhausting. And just how many people are so deeply obsessively involved in these is shocking. The deep blue sea. The dark web. Always felt like it's so much bigger than I think. Always had that impression. The possibility of many levels of dark web. The potential of whole organizations running there. The consequences it could have on normal internet without us knowing. Clearly I'd care a lot about it, but it is fascinating. Murdering someone. To see if I got away with it, and how I would actually react to it. Heck, I'm way too klutzy not to get caught within a week. Not to mention the constant fear of getting caught. Strip club culture. Do you watch stripper vlogs on YouTube? I've danced on and off for the last 5 years, if you have any questions. I love learning about caves, the critters that live there, and the labyrinths of chambers and structures, but I never want to go inside a cave. You would have to knock me out and drag me inside to get me to go in. Same. My family and I went to some caverns one time, and I spent ages viewing the exhibits at the ranger station. The instant we went inside a cave, though, I absolutely broke down. My family even tried to call it Bald Guy Cave instead of Skull Cave, so that I'd go. No luck. I would love to see what a mortician does, and how they deal with the cadavers. Scares the hell out of me though. There's a YouTube channel called Ask a Mortician. She answers questions about embalming and such. Spiders. The average house spider eats 8 times its weight in insects during its life. So if you see a spider, think about what you don't have.